podcast start. Hello, dear listeners. Welcome back to our podcast. Today we're going to dive into the world of plant-based cuisine. Whether you're a seasoned vegan, a curious vegetarian, or a meat eater looking to diversify your diet, this episode is for you. We're going to explore a recipe that's a plant-based alternative to a traditional meat dish. And the dish we're going to veganize today is the classic, hearty, and comforting shepherd's pie. Now, traditionally, shepherd's pie is a meat pie with a crust of mashed potato. But today, we're going to replace the meat with a medley of vegetables and lentils, making it a wholesome, nutritious, and equally delicious plant-based dish. So let's get started. For the filling, you'll need 1 cup of green lentils, 2 carrots diced, 2 celery stalks diced, 1 onion diced, 2 cloves of garlic minced, 1 cup of frozen peas, 1 cup of vegetable broth, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 1 tablespoon of rosemary, salt and pepper to taste, and for the mashed potato topping, you'll need 4 large potatoes peeled and diced, 1/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk, 2 tablespoons of vegan butter, salt and pepper to taste. Now, let's move on to the cooking process. First, you'll need to cook the lentils. Rinse them under cold water, then put them in a pot with 2 cups of water. Bring it to a boil, then reduce the heat and let it simmer for about 20 minutes or until the lentils are tender. While the lentils are cooking, you can start preparing the vegetables. In a large pan, heat a bit of olive oil over medium heat. Add the onions, carrots, and celery and cook them until they start to soften. Then add the garlic and cook it for another minute. Next, add the tomato paste, thyme, and rosemary to the pan and stir everything together. Then add the cooked lentils, the frozen peas, and the vegetable broth. Let it simmer for about 10 minutes or until the broth has reduced. Season it with salt and pepper to taste. While the filling is simmering, you can prepare the mashed potato topping. Boil the diced potatoes until they're tender, then drain them. Add the almond milk, vegan butter, salt, and pepper, and mash everything together until it's smooth. Now, it's time to assemble the pie. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. In a baking dish, spread out the lentil and vegetable filling. Then spread the mashed potatoes on top. Bake the pie for about 20 minutes or until the mashed potatoes are golden brown. And there you have it, a plant-based shepherd's pie that's hearty, comforting, and packed with nutrients. Now what I love about this recipe is that it's not just a great plant-based alternative to a traditional meat dish, but it's also a fantastic way to use up any leftover vegetables you have in your fridge. You can easily customize the filling with whatever vegetables you have on hand. So, I encourage you to give this recipe a try and see for yourself how delicious plant-based cuisine can be. And remember, eating plant-based doesn't mean you have to give up your favorite dishes. It just means you get to enjoy them in a new, healthier way. That's all for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I can't wait to hear how your plant-based shepherd's pie turns out. Until next time, happy cooking. Podcast end.